Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, the internet. I'm doing just a quick video to talk about Dark Phoenix, not the comic, the film. So I went to see it, and I went in with very, very low expectations, hearing a lot of bad things, hearing about how it's Fox's X-Men going with a bit of a whimper. So I wasn't expecting too much, and I think that helped a little bit. I think it wasn't great. It wasn't by no means the worst film I've ever seen, and it wasn't the worst X-Men film I've ever seen. That's got to be between Origins Wolverine and X-Men 3. It's not near the middle. It's probably just below that. Nowhere near as good as X2 or X-Men First Class. It's probably just below the middle, really. It kind of shows that I want to say people, but the director and writer, Simon Kinberg, he wrote, or was at least was part writer of X-Men 3 The Last Stand, and it definitely suggests that he doesn't really have a grasp on the character of Jean Grey and the Phoenix. It's as a film, it's okay. As an X-Men film, it's but James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender were fantastic. I think Fassbender has been probably the best part of the New Age X-Men films. He has been fantastic. Sophie Turner as Jean Grey has some good elements. I never fully bought her as a really threatening on-screen presence. She's very good at the whining, whimpering, and emotional state of Jean Grey, because she had done that a lot in Game of Thrones with Sansa Stark. James McAvoy's Professor X, it was great to see the kind of the latter Xavier from the comics in the films. He's always been portrayed in a lot of the films as being the ultimate good guy. He's the one that looks essentially for a utopia, and they seem to jump over the fact that he is the one that sends children to these dangerous situations. Albeit in this film, they say that he's sending children, not really children if they're about 25, 26. Whereas in the comics, he was sending children. So it was good to see that sort of play out in the films. I think that's about as good as I can say for it, really. It was a bit messy at times. There's not too much story running through it, unfortunately. Jean and Phoenix don't really get much interaction. There's no heart there. In the comic that it's based on, Chris Claremont wrote this fantastic story where you see the good Phoenix and then the bad Phoenix, and you feel for the character of Jean Grey, and by the end you're just desperate to see her sort of become victorious, knowing full well that because of everything that's happened, it's probably not going to be likely. And they never really show that in the films. It seems to be one shoddy moment of action to the next. It's a shame that the Fox's X-Men has gone out on a bit of a whimper. Would have been nice for them to go out with a proper bang and go, this is it, we've done it properly. There were elements to it that I thought, okay, they could do this really well. They introduced some aliens, and I thought, okay, this could be the start of a really good Phoenix Saga. I was wrong. But that, I mean, by no means is it the trash film that a lot of people are saying it is. But there's no way it's a good film. I would say, in my personal opinion, it's better than Captain Marvel. I did not like Captain Marvel at all. But there's absolutely no way it's anywhere near some of the best X-Men films. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'd say X-Men 2 and X-Men First Class to the greatest X-Men films that have been done so far. And it'll be interesting to see what Disney and Marvel do with the characters. I'm very hopeful. I think Marvel have done a fantastic job with all the characters they've got. And now I can't wait to see what they're going to do with their staple family characters now. You've got the X-Men, you've got Fantastic Four, all coming back to Marvel. So it's an exciting time for Marvel geeks. Unfortunately, I think the majority of the last 19 years for X-Men fans has been mostly a letdown, really. You've got a couple of good gems, like I've said, but unfortunately Dark Phoenix is not one of them. Yeah, I mean, it's completely middle. I say completely middle. This is below middle. I would give it an absolute best of like a 4 out of 10. Unfortunately, I really wanted to enjoy it, but if you guys have seen it, let me know what you think down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and if you guys have seen anything or going to see something, let me know. And I will catch up with you soon. Bye.